Welcome. Today I would like to share with you the surprisingly simple way that I have been able to clear my skin, which was nearly unresponsive to popular skin treatments like Proactive or like over-the-counter like Clearasil products. Basically everything you could find at the drugstore. I also took Accutane. I had several laser treatments, blue light treatments I think they're called, dry ice treatments, all sorts of in-office procedures, and nothing cleared my skin, except what I'm about to show you, which is so coincidentally cheap and easy compared to every other thing that I've tried and every other thing that people will tell you to try and that the television will tell you to try. This is just far and away the best. Is that a phrase? Far and away the best treatment out there? Whether it is or not, if you have treatment-resistant acne-prone skin like I had and have still, this might be the ticket for you. And so it really only has two components. The first is jojoba oil. As long as it's 100% jojoba oil, the brand doesn't matter. I personally use this jojoba oil that I found on a website called acne.org. The standard acne.org treatment that's talked about on that website doesn't work for me, but just this one product of theirs does. And then cotton pads, just basic cotton pads. And so what I will describe to you, the treatment, is really just a replacement for cleansing with water and cleanser or soap and water or whatever it is that you normally cleanse with. And that's the whole thing. It's just replacing your cleansing with these two things. So I'll assume that you cleanse morning and night. I think that's pretty standard. That's what I do also. And instead of using soap and water or whatever, I'll just approach my sink and I'll take out cotton pad. And I've been doing this process long enough now that to save a bit of money on cotton pads, I actually cut them in half now, because I don't need a full pad. You may find that you don't need a full pad either. A full pad would be like this. And so I just cut mine in half and get twice the mileage out of one package. And so remove your cotton pad and open up your jojoba oil. I choose to open up my container with the pad itself just to keep, whatever bacteria may be on my fingers out of the bottle. I don't know if oil can support bacterial growth. If you do, let me know in the comment section below. But to be cautious, I just open the bottle with the cotton pad. And then I apply 10 to 15 drops. You'll learn from experience what amount is best for you. So just like that. You'll just see that you've soaked a part of the cotton pad. And then I close it back up with the pad once again. And then I just dab it on various parts of my face and then rub it in. I just rub it in all over it. And on my eyelashes too. Can't hurt, right? Nourish those eyelashes, why not? and even over my eyebrows. And I'll continue to rub it all in right now. I'm not going to do it to myself right now because I have a spot of makeup on and I don't want it to come off. But I am going to put it on you. And then I'll also do it up and down my neck. And if you have a tendency toward blemishes on your neck, this should knock those out as well. So if you'll allow me, I would like to apply this to you. Okay? So we'll start by dotting your forehead. And then we'll dot the bridge of your nose. Dot each of your cheeks. And dot your chin. Yeah, and now that it's evenly distributed, we'll just smooth it in with the surface of the pad. And now you may be wondering, how on earth could applying more oil to my already oily skin be a good idea? And I'm so glad that you asked, because I hope you don't mind if I get a little closer here. I'm about to tell you. The science behind it actually makes perfect sense. So I don't know if you remember this from any of your chemistry studies, if you've ever had those, but there's a saying in chemistry that like dissolves like. That is why, for example, water does not dissolve oil-based things, because water and oil are chemically different. Now, how does this apply to acne blemishes? I'll tell you, go like this. So, an acne blemish forms when your skin's own oil, which is called sebum, when it forms a plug inside the pore. Essentially, your own sebum sort of hardens into a plug, and when that doesn't come out, you basically get an infection. And so the problem of acne is that the oil in your pores, the plugs, if they form plugs and they're not coming out. So using our chemical knowledge that like dissolves like, what would dissolve your skin's own oil plugs? Oil. And it turns out, actually I'll show you this label. Jojoba oil is chemically very similar to human skin oil. This makes it an incredible option for many uses on the human body, plus it doesn't clog pores. And it really doesn't. So what's happening as you continue to cleanse your skin with jojoba oil both morning and night, and no other cleansers, is that the jojoba oil will begin to sink into your pores and dissolve your clogged little sebum clogs. And that, if you're like me, totally treatment resistant to everything else, that is going to basically knock out your acne. And so I'm really happy that I can show you this. And I wish the very, very best for you. And if you're anything like me, once you've finished cleansing, you'll find that the surface of the pad is a little gray. Not a problem, nothing to worry about. I think that as dead skin cells come off, they'll probably cause that gray color. That's probably what that is. Okay, and now close your eyes for me. I'll do a swipe across your eyelids. And the other eye. Lovely, okay. And now I'm just going to get down your neck. Okay. It really takes takes a load off my mind, actually, to share just this method with you, because there's so much bad advice out there, and so many bad products, products that strip and dry your skin. And your skin's not stupid. If it senses that it's dry, it's going to ramp up its oil production, and your acne will get worse. And it's just crazy to me that so many of these alleged anti-acne products are still on the shelves. They must work for someone, though, right? I mean, someone is buying them. They must work for someone. I must just have, really difficult skin, and I'm not sure, maybe you do too. If you're watching this video, you probably do. And even for those without acne, I imagine that daily application of jojoba oil is probably just a good idea. I don't know, maybe it has anti-aging properties, or I really don't know, but I do think that your skin appreciates not having soaps and cleansers and astringents disrupting its oil balance. I think that oil on oil is really the only thing that makes sense, because it seems like anything else would be stripping and drying for your skin, and you'd start that nasty, cyclical catch-22 oil production all over again, right? You try to take it all off, you use your sea breeze astringent, and you scrub it and you get all the oil off, and a few hours later that oil is back and there's more of it, and the acne is just flaring with a vengeance. Yeah. So now that I have you all oiled up, if it were nighttime, if you were about to go to bed, I would say just hit the sheets. Any excess oil will either be absorbed by your skin as you lie there, or if your face is on the pillowcase will absorb any excess. But let's say this is your morning cleansing and you don't want to be shiny, or perhaps you would like to put on some makeup. I find that if you have excess oil from the application, or if you're shinier than you'd like to be from the application, simply just blotting your face with a towel, just holding the towel there for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just doing that in various places on your face will just absorb that excess, absorb that shine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then one more time on my nose and forehead. I'll do this for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I wanted to make a special note to mention that for your towels, for any towels you ever use on your face, make sure that they haven't had fabric softener, those dryer sheets. Make sure they haven't been dried with dryer sheets, because the way that dryer sheets work, the way they make your clothes not cling together, is that they deposit a thin layer of wax on the clothes, and a thin layer of wax is probably not something you want to be putting on your skin. So just word to the wise. I do all of my laundry without fabric softener, and it's fine. Maybe the occasional spark when I pull my sheets apart when they come out of the dryer, but it keeps it real, it keeps it fun. Okay, so I'm going to absorb the excess oil from your face. That's okay. And I'll flip it over to give you a fresh part of the towel. Okay, we'll start with your chin and above your lip, going does. It leaves a little bit of a glow. Really sort of, I think, what's called a healthy glow. That's nice. So yeah, if you were to want to put on makeup, now would be the time that you would do that, or if it's time to strike out and meet the day, you're really all ready to go. Well, thank you so much for giving me the time to teach you this. And yeah, I do have to make note, there are some people online who will recommend using other oils other than jojoba. I've seen people recommend like castor oil, or like olive oil, or mineral oil. And personally, I would have to say just like a huge thumbs down for those. If you're already using them and they work for you, I'm so happy for you. Like, thumbs up for finding something that works for you. But if this is your first time out of the gates with oil cleansing and with this method, I know that castor oil made me break out. It was bad news. And so I would stick with the jojoba oil, and because it apparently, as the label claims, it is the oil that's most chemically similar to the sebum that's already on your skin. Yeah. Well, you have yourself a lovely day.